Hey, I want to welcome everybody back to another episode of the Evolution Project podcast. I want to give a shout out to my mom and my grandma for listening to this episode. Just kidding. I know that your grandma's going to listen to this episode because
Sure she will.
she
I'm
does.
Sure she will.
She is a supporter of this. What's your grandma's name? Let's give her a shout out.
Carla Chugg is Grandma Chugg's name.
Dude, Carla Chugg, we love you. This is a long time coming, full circle moment. My beginnings, I was on your father's podcast, The Gentleman Project, and we had a really great conversation about me and my sons and being a father to them. And now here it is full circle. I've had your dad on my podcast talking about fatherhood. And now we've got his two boys, who I'm just going to answer this for everybody because not everybody can see them. But we've got John and Bennett. And John and Bennett, what makes you guys unique?
We are twins.
We are twins.
Yes, we are.
What's the tip? How can someone tell you guys apart?
On the webcam, it's pretty easy. I've got this mole here and this one here.
Okay.
And then John has one on his cheek over here.
You know, and I always feel like I should say Bennett and John, because when I say John Bennett, it sounds like one person. But
yeah, that's kind of the order everybody puts it in for some reason. I don't know why.
Because it's like a name.
Oldest goes first.
You guys are like Transformers. Like, you guys unite to form this massive force, and you're individuals at the same time. So let's do a quick little intro. I already told everybody you're Kirk Chugg's boys. I'm gonna share a few things about you before we get started on the podcast that I just love about you guys. So the reality is we got to know each other way better 2 summers ago when we took a little trip. Your dad got a group of people together going to Chiapas, Mexico, with the Cotael Foundation. He got about, how many people were there? It was like 20 of us. It was a good group.
Probably.
Just over 20, yeah.
Yeah. And so we go down on this trip. Chandy and I go together. And then your dad brings his 2 boys along. And that was the first time that I met you guys. And it was awesome. We got to spend a week together doing some hard work and also having just a freaking ton of fun.
Eating so much good food.
Eating so much good food, seeing cool things. And my favorite part was how you guys chose to stay on the second half of that trip. Because to me, it was like the first part was good. And the second part was just as much fun, but it was kind of like our own little small group.
Yeah.
It kind of just sealed the whole trip.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to introduce yourselves individually and just tell like a little bit about yourself. Who wants to go first?
I don't
Bennett?
care, I guess.
Okay, John's
I guess
ready.
I can go first real quick.
Yes.
My name's John Kirk Chugg. Kirk is after my dad and my grandma, great-grandma.
John,
Hey.
Are you technically the older brother?
No, technically Bennett is, unfortunately.
Okay, just checking.
Never live it down. But I enjoy working. My hobbies include going to the gym.
Okay.
It's kind of what I do with my free time. And then I've got a couple jobs. I work at a cemetery right now and a Quick Quack car wash, working at a car wash. So, tells you everything you need to know. Yeah, it's been good. I don't know. I'm 18. I just I'm working on putting my papers in for my mission.
Awesome.
Got probably a couple more meetings with the stake president, and then I'm gone. I'm going to stay until my sister gets married, and I'm gone this summer. Be great.
So you're graduating?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, cool. Love it. Thank you, John. Bennett, what about you?
I'm Bennett. I'm a senior too. Been going to Weber High.
What's your middle name, Bennett?
About Bennett Job. Job from the Bible.
Well, I was going to say, where else would we get Job from?
Yeah, except, so that's what most people think. The Job comes from someone on my mom's side. He was the first one that was actually converted to the church.
Okay. So it's a family name.
So John, that's my dad's side. He was the first one converted to the church. And Job is family name. And he was the first one converted on my mom's side. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of a cool connection there. So yeah, we're at Weber High right now. We have actually both done 12 years of Chinese, so that's pretty cool. That'll probably be helpful on our missions.
Konnichiwa.
Yeah, that's not Chinese, but yeah.
She.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay, so wait, I don't want to step over that. 12 years of Chinese?
Yeah, and it doesn't feel like technically we're fluent. Technically we both passed the AP test, but
yeah.
Chinese is a hard language.
Yeah. Are you planning on serving a mission as well?
Yes, I am. Yep.
Are you putting in capital letters that you speak Mandarin?
So originally I did not. Like I would, even just a few months ago, I did not want to speak Chinese because I'm just sick of it. 12 years is a long time
Yeah.
to learn it, but I realized that I actually do really want to speak Chinese, so it would be awesome to go somewhere Chinese speaking.
Yeah.
And even if I'm not called Chinese speaking, it's a language that's pretty widespread.
Yeah.
So I'll use it. It'll be helpful one way or another.
John, did you do that too?
Kind of. I just didn't really know what I wanted to do. But then a lot of my friends have got their calls and they're going cool places. Some of them are going to Taiwan, and it's like, well, that'd be pretty sweet to go to Taiwan and speak Chinese. Actually, use the language I've been learning. So
So you did too. You put Mandarin down.
yeah,
Okay, just checking. Just checking. Well, you both are going to get called to like some French and German speaking missions.
of course.
Your
You
dad
know.
will be
Yep.
pumped on
Dad
that
would be
Swiss
so
German.
happy.
Hmm.
All right, Bennett. So what else? What else do you want to share?
I'm also working at the cemetery right now. It's kind of like the off-season job during the winter.
What's your summer season job? I think that's worthwhile to tell everybody.
So we both did landscaping,
Yeah.
like landscape construction. So we were putting in yards, and we've done that for the past 2 years over the summer.
Yeah. So you basically started doing that when you were 16.
Yeah, yep. As soon as we turned 16, we started doing that.
And the reality, I think people need to understand this. Like, you guys are like working backhoes and stuff like that, right? I mean, this is not like
it was a
you're like
great
mowing a
opportunity.
lawn.
It was a great opportunity. We got to work a lot on the excavation side. The company we worked for, it's not mowing the lawn, it's putting in the yards.
Yeah.
So it's building, and we would only work on high value, high dollar homes
Yeah.
because that's just kind of what our MO was.
Yeah. You told people, you're like, look, I don't put my pants on for less than $250,000.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna work on a house, it might as well be awesome, right?
That's exactly right. They're like, look, I just want to like put in some grass and some sprinkler systems. And you said, here, call Steve's
Call
Landscaping.
Steve.
It doesn't even sound interesting to me.
Yeah,
I love
it was
that.
an awesome experience. It was a great learning experience. We already knew how to work because of our dad, but it just solidified it. It's
Yeah, let's
long
transition.
hours, but
Let's transition into that a little bit, because I will tell you, your father, who I've gotten to know really well over the last couple of years, and I consider him one of my dear friends. I love who your father is. He's a man of his word. He's hardworking. I think we have to talk about the ranch. I don't see how we can't talk about the ranch right now. Tell
Yeah.
everybody.
So
Tell everybody about the ranch. Tell them about your grandpa. I mean, this is part of your family legacy. You've got names of your family in your names. Let's talk about the ranch.
So the ranch is a collection of properties that my great grandpa has collected. He racked up about 140 acres up by Monte Cristo
Yeah.
throughout
By
his
the way,
life.
not a
And
sandwich, a place in northern Utah that's about, what, 1 hour from your guys' house?
yeah, it's
yeah,
pretty close.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, could you give a shout out to Grandpa right now?
Shout out to Grandpa Funk. I don't
Grandpa
know if he'll
Funk,
listen
dude.
to it,
Amazing man.
but he is a great guy. He's a great mentor and example.
Yeah.
So yeah, he started building that property up there, and he took his kids up there and taught them how to work, and they ranched on it, put up all the fences, ran cattle and everything. And then my dad, he kind of grew up a city kid because of my grandpa, his dad. And then on the weekends and anytime he could, my great grandpa would take him up to the ranch, and they would get away and also work hard. And then they kind of were the ones that adopted the work hard, play hard, and they started building like swings. You've been up there, you've seen the giant swing on a hill, the
Yep.
zip line, which is no longer in commission. Basically, just adopted the principle that you go up there and you work hard, you get everything you need to do done, and then you play hard after.
That's right. That's exactly right. And it's kind of become just something that he has now done that with you, right? Your dad has taken that legacy that he learned from his grandpa.
Mhm.
And I mean, how much time have you guys spent at the ranch?
Oh, I don't know, a lot.
We try and go up the goal is to go up every weekend. The older we've gotten and the more our family's grown, it's kind of gotten a little bit harder to go up every weekend.
Yeah.
But the goal is to go up every weekend because where else would you rather spend a weekend?
It's amazing. I've been up there a few times, and what you guys have done with that property. I mean, the thing that I love is I'm not going up every weekend. I go up maybe once a year, but there's enough time in between my trips that every time I come back, I'm like, oh, they've done this. Oh, they've done that. And I
A
mean,
few extra things.
it's really starting to turn into a pretty cool place. You've got two different places now to stay. You've got like a two little mini kind of cabins.
Hmm.
I mean that area where you've got the covered area with the set the
The
tables,
kitchen area.
the
Yeah.
kitchen area. You've got running water. You've got a shower. You've got an awesome fire pit. You've done tons of excavating. It seems like up there and removing trees. It's just an
Hmm.
amazing
Yeah.
place. And so
It's a
your
it's a
dad's kind
working
of turned
cattle
that.
ranch too. So that's usually our main project is that we have to get done every year is to fix the fence because we have 80 acres of fenced area we have to refix every year after the snow. So that's always one of the big things. But one of the interesting things we found out is we talk about work hard, play hard, but the most fun we have is not during the playing, it's during the working and the joy you get from working on the ranch. It's pretty awesome.
So great. I bring up the ranch because one, it's another place that I've just really enjoyed in your family, and I think there's so much legacy there to honor, and it's so much identity. When I think of your father and I think of you boys, we end up going on this trip to Mexico, and part of this experience is helping build a school for these communities that are up in the mountains, in these really indigenous and kind of poor communities. Guys, I will be straight up with you. You and your dad were some of the hardest workers, if not the hardest workers there. I remember you guys were in front of the mixer mixing cement hours upon hours, and we'd be loading up buckets of cement and just taking them in there. And I mean, not easy stuff. And at the end of the day, there's this picture of you guys all together, and you guys are just caked in concrete
It
and
was messy.
dust, but there's this smile on your face where you guys are just like, this was fun, we did some work
Hmm.
today. And I think that's so rare. I feel like kids these days, and I don't mean to like diminish kids these days, right? Like everyone's doing the best they can, but it's really common, right? Kids these days, they're on their phones all the time and they're playing video games, and they don't have a ranch. They don't have this work ethic. I mean, you guys are really unique in the sense that, not every kid that's 18-year-old knows how to move heavy machinery and excavation equipment. Tell me a little bit about your experience, coming into the Mexico trip. And, if like there's a kid listening to this right now that's thinking about going with his dad, or, like what would you say to that? What would you say to that kid? I'm going to have Bennett go first, and then John, I want you to add in your little special spice.
Okay.
So I honestly didn't know like exactly what to expect going into it. I knew we were going down. We were gonna go with some cool people that my dad had told me about, but I didn't really know exactly what building a school entailed. But ultimately, like that didn't really matter. It didn't really matter what you were gonna be doing. Once you got down there, it was just jump right into it. And the people we were with was awesome. It was a great group of people, and then we really bonded over the work and then even the playing as well. It ended up being a really cool experience. That'll stick with me forever. Like it wasn't just a vacation. Some people talk about like their HXB trips and their other things, and it's like, yeah, you put in your work, but I feel like you just went to go on a vacation and you weren't, if you go on expecting to have a vacation, that's not what you're getting out of it. You have to go in expecting the right things, and that's what really makes it a special experience.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. But we'll dig into it a little bit more. John, what do you say? What would you say to somebody thinking about it? Or how was your
Um,
experience?
my experience was great too. The main thing that I think I got out of it is I've been on like vacations and stuff. I've been out of the country up to Europe and like around the country, but I haven't really seen how different the world is, especially down where we were. Like it
Hmm.
was literally every day we took, I don't know, was it a 2 hour bus ride, hour and a half long bus ride up to the mountains through long, windy roads, and you're just passing little village after little village of people that are just grinding out their lives, completely different than we are here.
Hmm.
And then you get there, and it's another of these little small villages, and you just go right to work, helping them out and doing everything you can to build a place where they can increase their education so they can hopefully move on and succeed and help grow their communities even more.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked the work part of it. It felt like the days that we worked went by so fast. And then meeting like all the villagers there. I can't remember What was the specific village name that we were in? I can never remember what it is. I know you've gone on a lot of them.
I
I
think it
feel
was
like it
called.
started
I
with
think
a
it was
G.
called. I think it was called Los Churros.
I think it was.
I think you're right. That
Sounds
sounds
familiar.
familiar.
Yeah, yeah,
But seeing the people there and interacting with them, playing basketball, them feeding us, their tamales were great. And every day they'd bring us in for lunch and feed us.
hmm
And it was great opportunity for them to show their thanks and then us to be able to actually interact with them. And it was great to see the different side of the world over there.
yeah. I mean, it really was an experience where it's like, how would you get that experience, right? Any other
Yeah.
way? I don't know. I don't know. You know, when we went down there, I remember it was so interesting when your dad told me about the trip. I was kind of like, yeah, that sounds awesome, and I was just kind of like, yeah, let's go. And I didn't really know like a ton about it other than your dad's like, we're going to go down and build a school. And then I ended up talking with Andrew, and Andrew's like, hey, well, there is an option if you want to stay a couple extra days where you can go and see some of these sites. And so, you know, you can kind of have this experience with the locals and help, you know, finish the school. Cause like we didn't build the school in 3 days. I mean, there's
No.
there's groups coming in over the summer and they all kind of make their contribution. And we're even working with some of the locals. Like we were mixing the cement, but the locals were the ones that were grading it
Yeah.
and laying it out. So it worked out all good. So I thought that was cool. That second part of the trip, it kind of felt like another totally different experience, right?
hmm It was like a different. That was more of a vacation feel to it because like you were still down there in the middle of Mexico, but you kind of you were going on vacation. It felt a little more touristy, but it was great to like spend time with all the people we went with, like actually getting to know them better. Because
Yeah.
when we were working, we were kind of working and like we were obviously interacting, but we weren't like having deep conversations or anything. We were head down mixing concrete all day.
Well, John, you were having deep conversations. We're going to talk a little bit about
Of course we do.
your summer love experience down in
Yes,
Mexico.
that was great. That was great.
John, I thought it was great, dude. I was cheering you on
It
the
was
whole time.
fun.
I was
It
excited,
was
dude.
fun. It
You
was
know,
fun.
a little summer fling, a little summer love. It's
Nothing wrong with
fantastic.
that.
Have you talked to her at any time?
I haven't talked to her in a while.
Okay, you got to promise me you could send it. Bennett, follow up. He has to send a text message tonight.
See,
Okay.
that might be an awful idea. I might get beaten by my girlfriend.
She would be fine with it.
No,
Hey,
she'd
dude, it
probably think
doesn't
it's funny.
it doesn't have to be like you can just say, "Hey, I was on a podcast with Bryan today and we talked about Mexico and I thought of you. I hope you're doing good." That's it.
It's true. That's true.
You can keep it above board.
Yeah.
I mean, she's
Yeah.
probably still in love with you, John, dude. Look,
Probably. I mean, we know she is.
yeah, you're a good-looking young man. She's gonna
Just
she's gonna think about those summer nights in Mexico together. Love it.
hmm
So, for those of you that don't know, there was a girl that was on the trip as well, and John had a little bit of a summer love fling, and it was one of my favorite things. I thought it was great. Bennett kind of felt abandoned there for a period of time.
yeah, I
He
just
had
hung out
Matt.
with Dax. It was fine.
It was fine. He worked it out. Okay. So the second half of the trip, we went and we checked out some like waterfalls and we
Some
swam
ruins.
ruins. What was your favorite part about that? Like what's
I loved the hike we did through all the waterfalls and then zip lining down. That was awesome. I think it was like 1,000 meter zip line or something that we did.
yeah.
That was awesome. Just being able to see different parts of the world. It was just totally different area. Like it was just awesome. It was so pretty.
Yeah, it was. I really liked there were a lot of things that I liked about that second part of the trip, but that place where we went swimming where there were all the different waterfalls.
That was
We
cool
were
too.
jumping off the waterfalls and stuff.
That was definitely my favorite part too.
Yeah. I
Just
mean,
like a waterfall after waterfall of and pools of crystal blue water.
it was so
It
cool.
was awesome. Yeah.
What'd you guys think of the food? 1 to 10 scale.
The best food I've had in my life. I liked it
Really?
better. I've gone to Europe before and I liked it way better than the food I've had in Europe or anywhere around here. Like it's just so like it's like the all the tacos we had were like basic but way better than anything else that I've had. It's
Yeah.
like it's completely different. They give you your little fresh homemade tortilla and your meat of your choice, and then they have all the toppings on the table, and you just choose what to put on there. And it's simple and it's amazing.
Yeah, the city that we stayed in, San Cristobal de las Casas, I love that little city. It was a cute
Hmm.
little city. It was fun. I mean, obviously, that was one of the places we ate. We ate at lots of different places. But you know what I thought was cool? Nobody got sick, right? At least that I know of. Maybe there's a little bit of Montezuma's at times. I don't
I think
know.
it's hard to go to Mexico and not get a little bit sick.
Yeah, I mean, did you really go to Mexico if you didn't get diarrhea?
No,
Dude,
yeah. It's part
that's
of the experience.
it's part of the experience. It's like
I
a
was
souvenir that you don't take with you. You leave with you.
I was looking through the pictures and I saw a picture that you put on the album. It was of the last restaurant we went to where they had all the steak just sitting outside
Yeah, dude.
aging. That was crazy. I think
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
if anyone got sick, it was from that.
dude, I love, and you know what's ironically funny about that? That was actually one of my favorite places because it was just so
It was
wild.
good.
It
It was
Like
was
so
good.
good.
the
Yeah, it
food
was.
was good, but remember they were like playing that like music, and then they had like all this stuff.
It's
They
like
had
a
horses
horse
riding
riding
around,
around.
Yes, it was like, what's going on here?
mariachi
I don't,
bands.
it
It was
was
awesome.
weird.
Dude, I want to also give a shout out to the haircut. Which one of you guys got the sweet haircut? Did you both do it?
It
No,
was
I did.
Bennett.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He went
Bennett
on,
did.
he went with his girlfriend and I went to get a haircut.
Yeah, Bennett got the logo like tatted on his head, basically, right?
Yeah. Yep.
That was good.
I
I
got the
liked
full
it.
tile on one side and the Gentleman Project on the other.
Yeah, I mean, seriously.
Me and the Flams went
Hey, did you see he
did
just
our
got
hair.
his
You did
mission
your hair
call?
too, didn't you, Brian?
Yeah, dude, of course. I
Yeah.
mean, when in Rome, you got to get it like faded
Yeah.
up. Did you see? I think Bryce just got his mission call.
Yeah, I did see that.
Where's he going?
I don't know. I didn't see that.
I think it was South America somewhere. I'm not positive. It's hard to keep them all track in my head.
Bolivia. I want to say
Bolivia.
Bolivia.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Shout out to Bryce, dude.
Bryce
What
is
a
a stud.
what a stud. Yeah, I loved it. That was such a great experience. It was so good getting to know you guys better and like just going and having fun. You know, I wanted to kind of ask. Um, you talked kind of about HXP and like this experience. Like, have either of you been on HXP yet or no? Okay,
Neither
so
of us have done HXP, but most of our friends have, and they've all had good experiences.
yeah,
They
totally.
get to go to some cool places.
What do you feel like was different from talking with your friends to the experience we did for like maybe an HXP? Because it's about the same price.
It is. I would say the biggest difference is who you're going with. I think it's really cool to be able to go with. I don't think parents go on HXP, do they?
Well, they have a few like
They have like guardians, but
Yeah.
they don't have. You don't get to go with your parents or your. I guess the Flams won't. The Flams' parents were there too, but yeah, you get to go with your parents or just your dad in our case, and that was a cool experience because it's just another opportunity to bond and to really work and then also have fun, and that's a great way to bond with your parent or your kid.
Yeah, yeah. Um, what do you think, John?
Kind of along the same lines, for us it was really cool to, or for me it was really cool to meet a lot of my dad's friends that I haven't met before,
Hmm.
like you and everything. To really be able to see some of his acquaintances and see, bond with them, and like form new friendships with people that I might actually like know further along in life.
Yeah,
It was pretty cool.
yeah. Well, that's great. Well, as we kind of like wrap things up, I want to talk a little bit about what you've learned from your dad. You know, like your dad is such a good man. Obviously, he's written a book. He's got an awesome podcast, Gentleman Project. He's done so much good. What's it been like to be raised by a father that is just a good man? Like, what's that like?
I don't know. It's been like you couldn't ask for anything better. Like he literally has a whole foundation about how to be a good parent. So like obviously he's gonna be a good parent. I've never had a question like if he's got my best intentions in mind. He's always been there to do what's best for me, even if like sometimes I'm like, I don't like this decision you're making, but I know it's gonna be best for me because you're not gonna ever do anything to hurt me. And that's been really cool to know that he's always got my back. And
Yeah.
just yeah.
That's important.
Mhm.
That like trust and just knowing that your dad's got your back. I mean, it probably gives you a lot of like confidence, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, if there's anything I ever need or anything that I know if I called him, he would help me out for sure, without
Yeah.
a question.
Awesome. What about you, Bennett?
Well, for me, he's just set a great example of what I want to be in my life. Like not just like being successful wise, being successful in your career, but also being successful as a father and a husband. The way he's raised his children is, I mean, no one's a perfect parent. I'm not going to say he's the perfect parent, but that's part of parenthood, is learning how to be the best parent you can. And he's done a great job of that. And he's taught me how to treat my future wife through the example of that, and everything else he's taught me. He's just really set me up to be a successful person.
So great. So great. Yeah, you guys are at a really important time of your life, right? You're graduating here, getting ready to serve an LDS mission. For those that don't know what that is, it's a 2-year experience that boys that are at least 18 years old, but you can go later, get called to essentially go and serve and share the Church of Jesus Christ, Latter-day Saints, with people. And I know I got to have that experience. I know that your father had that experience. And I used to always joke around and say, it's the best kept secret of the church. And the reason I would say that is there's a part of that experience that's like, it's really hard, guys. It's like,
That's not easy.
you're learning a language, you're living in a new culture, you have a companion who's like a roommate that you're with all the time that you've never met before. And some of those people are from totally different places in the world, and they've had different experiences with life. And then you're going and talking to people you don't know about, what's the taboo things you talk about, like religion, politics, and money, right? Like you're talking about religion with them and sharing your love for Jesus Christ with them. And it really is an awesome experience. And I feel like your father's done such a good job giving you guys all these experiences that make up you. And now you guys are going to get to take that and go and have an experience. Who knows, right? Like, I think it's funny. Maybe one of you guys is going to get called to Mexico.
That'd be
I wouldn't
cool.
complain.
Chiapas, Mexico.
What?
Chiapas, Mexico.
Dude, Bennett, if you get called to Chiapas, Mexico, we're throwing a huge, raging fiesta for you.
Deal.
Chiapas style.
Deal.
We'll actually just come visit you when we're down there this summer.
Yeah, why not? I'll come help on one of my P days.
Yeah, that's right. Just hop on the bus with us. Hey, any advice that you would give to parents that are thinking about going on this? Because we've actually opened this trip up where it can be a father and a son, or a father and like Bryce, for example, his mom came on the trip, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're just kind of open this up to kind of create like another group like that, right? Like if you're looking for an experience to bring your teenagers on, or, as a husband and wife, you want to go and do an experience with one of your kids, maybe it's like a graduation present. Like, this could be an awesome opportunity to do that.
I think it's a great opportunity because we do get the vacation side, and I don't know if you offer, if like they can do the same thing we did.
Yeah.
We ended up having to stay longer, partly because of the Delta flight situation. But
It
that
was a blessing in disguise.
it was a
meant to
blessing in
be.
disguise for sure that we got stuck in Mexico for an extra week. But because we weren't originally planning to do that. But so I would just say it's a great experience to be able to work and help out the community, and also experience Mexico and the culture down there, and be able to make new memories. It's pretty awesome.
Awesome. Thanks, Bennett. What would you say, John? What would you share to people that are thinking about going on this trip with their kids?
I would encourage parents to bring their kids with them. It was a great bonding experience. Obviously, that's what we've been talking about this whole time. It's a great opportunity to learn how to work together, and working is a great way to grow closer. And then, I mean, it was awesome to meet everybody else's family. Like, I loved meeting Shandy. She's awesome. And bring your parents, your spouse and your kids, even your parents. Would have been everything. Everybody that can come should come, because it was an awesome experience.
Yeah, totally. I'm actually planning on bringing Chandy, and I'm actually planning on bringing my whole family on this trip.
That'd be awesome.
Even my little 6-year-old Anders, we're going to take down.
Even Anders.
Anders will love it.
He's like the team mascot for sure. And so I'm all in. I'm really looking forward to this, and I'm really excited to see the group that's going to form from this, because I think it really has the potential to be a lifelong memory. And I always like to say this line, like it's not what I do, it's who I do it with. And I just think that's the richness of life, when we're able to go and do things that are meaningful, that are purposeful. I mean, I really like love and respect you guys. And I feel like part of that is we've been able to go do things together. And it's so cool. It's like I have a relationship with your dad that I feel like is stronger than some relationships I've had with people for a long time, because your dad and I have done things together. Like that's where relationships happen, And it's true with friendship, and it's true with our kids. So yeah, I think we're good. Unless there's anything you guys want to share. I feel like we nailed it today, boys.
I think I'm good.
Yeah,
You're
I
good?
agree.
All
Yeah.
right.
I think we got everything.
Bennett and John, notice I said that backwards this time. Hey, thanks so much for joining us today for the Evolution Project podcast. Shout out to Grandma Chugg. We really appreciate you listening to this episode and sharing it with all your friends.
Because she's got a lot of them.
All right. Until next time.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
See ya.
See ya.